People from across the world tuned in to observe the U.S. presidential election. On Election Day, Busboys and Poets, a local restaurant in Washington, D.C., known for its ability to build and foster community, held an election night watch party. Among the crowd were not only Americans, but people from different parts of the world, captivated by the election and willing to discuss politics.
Being from the UK, so any politics, especially when we're talking about America and the US, trade agreements are such a big thing. Culturally, I think we've had such a big shift. The way that we talk about politics at home has sort of evolved and developed from politics in the US.
The American presidential elections have massive implications for the entire world, so it's not just the US. The US is a model for many other countries, not necessarily, I don't necessarily think it's a very good thing, but you can see many other countries just like consciously trying to mimic the media system here, the political system here. In many European countries, trying to gain a lot of inspiration from other countries, and since it's been so successful here, they try, for instance, the Fox News model is being replicated in France.
I think depending on which way that tonight goes and the rest of this week goes, it'll definitely have a really big impact on our policies in terms of our economy. We're currently coming through a really strong period of austerity in the UK. We have no financial money going to our welfare state. So I think that US politics is just going to have a fundamental shift on the way that we see our money and our country going forward for the next 5 years.
Other countries may mirror U.S. political functions, but they still have their structural differences.
Definitely a lot more polarized in the US compared to Australia. People don't really identify by their political party. Here you can kind of tell sometimes what party people vote for. They go around being openly I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat, whereas back home it's a lot more quiet. No one really talks about it in that sense, and just people get along better between political parties.
I was having so many conversations with people recently about how there's the electoral college in America, and how even if someone gets the popular vote, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be the president or their party's going to be in government. And I think that that's the biggest fundamental difference in terms of how we look at politics and how it works and what elections mean to us. I can so confidently say that people all over the world are watching, all across Europe, all across the UK. Everyone I know is sat down in front of the television. They're staying up all night to sort of see how this unfolds, because this, I think, is going to be the most influential election of my time right now.
The U.S. presidential election made history and brought attention to America. In the coming years, we will be watching countries nationwide to see how their political systems are shaped. I am Zion Williams, reporting from Howard University.